before we fucking goddamn sentence your ass to the crystal ball, bitch, and you right trapped in that crystal ball. Do you feel me on that?
Yes, I feel you. And I don't normally talk about people, but fuck that California Raisin, for real.
Hey guys, hey, this is Nay. Follow me on IG, Periscope, Twitter, Spreaker, and support me on Patreon at NayRob on YouTube. Don't forget to like this video, share this video, comment respectfully, and subscribe. Finally, don't forget to hit that notification bell down to your right so you can be notified of all my up-and-coming videos. Now, let's talk about the Queen Supreme Court. But we know last night that Lonnie B was the co-judge, or the visiting judge as we would call it, and he represented Washington D.C. well. He is a true Washingtonian, meaning that he is from the old D.C., right? Me myself, I'm from the old D.C., not this gentrified white folks walking their dogs everywhere in the middle of the whole hood D.C. Okay, that's not my DC. Lonnie B brings good vibes, and good vibes only. I think he's a Scorpio, but it kind of showed in the dynamic between Maddie and Lonnie. It wasn't like a negative type of interaction between the two, but it was differences, which I like. So then we started the docket off with LeAndria Johnson, okay? And if you guys haven't checked out my video that I just posted earlier about how LeAndria apologized, or at least clarified her words when she was going on a rant against church folks and the church politics, please take a look at it. I think if I get enough time, I'm going to put it in the description. There was no lie that anything she said. I, knew what she was talking about. I knew that she wasn't talking about the actual church people. I knew that she was talking about the hypocrisy and the bullshit behind the scenes when it comes down to church people. Nothing against one particular individual church or person or anything like that. Like, I knew what she was talking about, but I think some people took offense for the words that she chose to use in that particular rant, right? LeAndria's husband came to the show, and I guess he Skyped in or whatever. Lonnie wasn't here for it, because like I said, he's like a positive person, and he already said this is a messy ass show. Well, he said it later on, but he wanted to disassociate himself with the bullshit, period. He was like, whenever it was something he didn't agree with, he was like, that's her. When the husband was like, okay, he said, okay, Lonnie, I'd like to give you a shout out to my Washingtonians, blah blah blah. And he was like, go ahead, Southeast. And I said, ooh, he must smell something in there. Lonnie B acknowledged that he was from the South Side, he was like, yeah, Florida Park. And Lonnie B was like, yeah, go ahead, Staten Road. I said, woo, that's nothing to play with. If y'all from the DC area, y'all know that damn Staten Road is the danger. So, and then he said Florida Park. I was like, Florida Park? Me and my wife got up this morning and Googled that shit. I was like, baby, I've never heard of Florida Park. Child, Florida Park, from what I understand, and y'all can correct me, is the gentrified Leroy Park. If y'all from Northwest, y'all know what I'm talking about. I was like, Florida Park? What the fuck is he talking? Where is that? LeAndria's husband said was that 2 days after that situation, LeAndria was served with papers so he can get custody of his son or his sons. I'm not sure. The Whitney movie. Guys, I am going to see the Whitney movie, and I'm going to do a review on it. The separation in thoughts that I believe was a good dialogue between them two. Lonnie B's perspective was, she's dead, leave her alone. Okay, and if there was a story to have been told, Whitney should have told it. And if Whitney did not tell it, then it wasn't nobody's place to tell it. Very valid fact. I'm not going to negate that at all. But then we have Maddie's perspective on it. That's like, listen, now that we've seen that movie, a lot of explanations are in place now. Maybe people will stop effing with her about her drug addictions when they figure out the root of it. And that's my stance of it. And I don't know if it's because Maddie and I both are Libras, but you know, I don't think of the movie as a negative thing. You know, like Lonnie's like, I'm not going to support this because somebody else is getting this money. Dead. Bobby Christina's dead. Who's the money going to? Child, that's facts. I don't know, but they trying to say it's actually the sister, Pat Houston. That's not the sister. Hold on, that's actually getting the benefits or the money from the movie. I said, ooh, we knew that bitch was a bitch. Y'all, was that the lady who released the pictures of Whitney Houston's bathroom with the cocaine powder all over the place? That was a damn mess. Was that her? Anyway, oh yeah, my lip is Super Sense crayon case, Hollygrove. So then we want to get into where they was talking about Joe Jackson. This was another one. Lonnie B was not having it. He loves the Jackson family. You know, Maddie plays around with things. I think it's all in fun. You know, I don't believe that all the time that Maddie's just being, well, she can be messy. I guess so. But it was just in fun and being entertaining when he was picking at when she was picking at Michael Jackson and Janet Jackson and Joe Jackson, just the Jackson family period. You know she liked to bring out her turban and her crystal ball. I thought it was all in fun, you know. So, but Lonnie wasn't having it. He was like, look, bitch, I got a Michael Jackson room in my goddamn house, and what you're not going to do is Lonnie B said something that I thought was very truthful, right? What Lonnie B said to Maddie was, you got to start respecting our icons. And you know, Maddie don't have, nobody is safe in the Queen's Supreme Court. So it was like, kind of like a good cop, bad cop kind of thing that worked. It was annoying at times because, you know, you want Lonnie to, you know, indulge in the fun, but he's strong enough. Scorpios are always strong, okay? He's strong enough to be like, that's your bullshit over there. That's your shit over there. Don't associate me with that. My good girlfriends and you know, celebrities that I have relationships with, what we won't do is tear my shit down off of your bullshit. That's what we want. Then they talked about Janet Jackson breaking down at the Essence Awards or the Essence Festival. They showed a couple of quick memes that I thought were cute. When the little boy was in a deep freezer trying to cool off because the house was so hot. Let me tell y'all something, okay? And I'm gonna say this right quick about DC people, right? And forgive me if I miss home, guys. But let me say this right quick about us. My wife had said something to me the other day because when she came in the house, it was burning up. It was hotter than fish grease in that motherfucker. And all I had was the fan blowing, a cup of ice cold water next to me, and the shades down, okay? And I had like the window open, one of the windows open. You know, the house is like full of windows and everything. But we had the shades down. She came in and she said, you always know when somebody from DC. I said, what the fuck that supposed to mean, wife? She was like, because y'all know how to survive without air conditioning. You got that. Did Tank versus Tamar. And again, Lonnie B was like, Tamar, my girl, I'm not about to touch this BS with you. That's not about to happen. I said, ooh, he rides for Tamar, right? I might have to, just so y'all know, I might have to do another video for Pose if this gets too long. Tank versus Tamar, and I didn't understand the situation at first, but it all came out. You know, Tank exposed Tamar for, you know, what she did. From what I've understand, if I'm wrong, put it below. Vince had tried to play hardball with the band. The band was like, okay, well, since you playing hardball, let's go over here to Tank and get paid, okay? And when Tamar announced that her band left her stranded, and I don't think she knew, Vince knew, but she didn't know, Tank got on Instagram and was like, you want to know where your band is? Your band with me. Maddie said, I consider that to be an old Fruity Pebbles move. And I said, ooh, you know, because he was like, anytime a man, a straight man, gets into some type of argument with a woman, that reflects bitch assness. Me too. A man should no way, a straight man or a straight man should no way be getting into an argument that is not his wife or his woman, you know, maybe your baby mama, whatever the case may be. But why is a straight man arguing with another woman? And like Maddie said, that's queen shit. Safari, you know, where he was talking about how his he can go without sex. The next woman that he gonna get with is going to be his wife, and he's been without sex a long time. Y'all, let me tell y'all something. When men be, you don't come across a lot of women that be like, oh yes, I'm ready. Cause a lot of regular women be like, oh no Buster, where you gonna put that? So they don't, men that be be used to not getting it, cause a lot of women be like, no. So then we get to Brandy versus Monica. I'm like, Brandy bitch. Then they talked about Lloyd and his album cover where he had that guitar, you know, top of the guitar hiding his ding dong, and I was like, ooh. So then Tyler Perry gifts Tiffany Haddish a Tesla. Maddie thought that he was being messy because of Monique, and that's when Lonnie B was like, this is a messy ass show, because how you gonna associate the two? I don't know, you know, when you full of mess, people who are messy look for reasons to be messy, or look for reasons to throw shade at somebody or something, because, you know, Maddie believes that Tyler bought Tiffany that Tesla to be shady towards Monique. Child, I don't know. But anyway, guys, tell me what you think. And remember this: the same people you meet on the way up will always be the same people you meet on the way down. Naysayers, my patron loves. Have a good one. Deuce.